All right, we got head coach Porter Moser. We'll go just jump straight into questions. So if you got a question, raise your hand and keep it up for me. Go to Tony.
Right here, Porter.
Yeah.
How big was the road environment? Your team hasn't faced that this season. Just how much do you think that influenced today's game?
You know, I thought the road environment, I thought they were great. I thought Alabama's, their fans were great. They were loud. They were into it. But it shouldn't affect your defense and rebounding like it did. Like that, we got to defend and rebound better. And they're very hard to defend. But you know, we got to be way more disciplined. We left our feet like 10 or 12 times, and they're very hard to guard. But you know, when we did get them to miss, I thought 22 offensive rebounds, you're not going to win against an elite team giving up 20 some offensive rebounds. So got to be better defensively and rebound. And we got to share the ball. Here's the other thing: we had 4 assists at halftime. That's what I know for our team. We've been high assists, low turnovers, and I thought it got kind of contagious. We were trying to shoot floaters over their 7-footers, and those aren't great shots. And we got to be better that way too.
I'll go to Tom right here.
Porter, Jeremiah's been so good this year. When he struggles like he did in the first half, I think it was almost midway through the second half before he finally got a basket to fall. Just how do you use this as a learning moment for a young player moving forward?
Meaning that he's really good in so many other ways, but he's got to play that way. We can't wait for the first shot to fall for him to play great defense to get other guys involved, and he learns that. I mean, he's an unbelievable kid in terms of trying to learn it. It's his first experience through this. He went up against an elite, one of the best, most experienced All-American point guards in the country, and who understands. He's been in a lot of these to understand. I can impact the game other than the ball going through the hoop. I mean, Sears had 10 assists too, I think that's the lesson you want to move on. Is you can't put all you can't ever let your defense and your ability to impact the game all come down to where the ball goes in. And I think he was receptive to that. We were talking through that in the second half, and we're really gonna get him better. The more experience he gets in playing like this is gonna. I mean, the kid's supposed to be a senior in high school, jumping into this against Alabama, who's elite on the road. So we'll get him better. He'll be better. But his attitude was good. It wasn't like pouting. He was down. That he didn't. That it took him a minute to get going. But just, not only him, but we have older guys. I thought our defense has got to be better. I mean, in rebounding in the gauntlet of the SEC with the length, the athleticism. I thought they just got downhill at will, and they got shooters everywhere. And but if you're not going to guard the ball, that domino starts.
We'll go on the left side with Drew.
Coach, I know you guys self-scouted and did extensive work on Alabama, but after seeing them, to talk about the offensive balance and kind of the matchups, how they were able to, expose your team on defense, because you're a good defensive coach, and they were really, really good offensively tonight.
They were outstanding. I think they really got downhill. I didn't see they were constantly getting into the paint, and they did a great job no matter what ball screen coverage you did. They exposed it. Even at the end when we switched it, Sears right away hit it over the top, and you saw how excited he got. That's just a veteran guard recognizing whatever ball screen. Then we hard hedged it. He went right into it and drew a foul. I think he's elite. And the other thing is when they got you got a rim roller lob threat. You got 3-point shooters on there, but they're just you've got to guard the ball. When the ball gets to the paint as fast as it did tonight, the domino starts. Then they kick it. They just did a lot of things, and we didn't do well, but doing that. But I think it starts with Sears. He's just really, really good.
I'll go back up front. Last question.
Porter, you mentioned Alabama's length. Obviously, you're not going to add 7-footers overnight, but what can this team do moving forward to just kind of combat some of these bigger teams that you're going to see in SEC play?
I worked with Majerus, and I could just see our first practice with Majerus right now, talking about getting in the legs on a block out. You're not going to play jump ball in the paint. I can't sit there and beg for over the backs. We got to physically check off and go get it, release and go get it, and it's got to be a group effort. It's got to be a group effort. We can't have guys play 18 minutes and get 1 rebound, 13 minutes, get 0 rebounds. We got to get the guards got to rebound down. It's got to be collective. It's going to be every night. I mean, we got A&M next, and I know how they're a lead offense rebound. It's got to be something where we've got to physically check off and get in our legs if we don't have the length and athleticism.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right.